First of all, guys, if you are looking to get any FIFA coins, check out U7 Buy. They're giving away 10 million coins and some of you may even get 14% off. Just make sure to use code RECALL when you purchase to enter in and get your extra 5% off. What is going on, guys? Of course, we are back. I'm going to do daily videos and double uploads from today and we will be consistent. I've had some issues recently, but we resolved all of those and we are back. So, of course, for the giveaways, guys, we know we are giving away a PS5 or an Xbox. We are going to give away an iArmor 37-inch gaming monitor, 4,200 FIFA points and a copy of FIFA 22. And the requirements for those giveaways, of course, for them all to happen, we need to hit 10k on this channel, 3k over on Instagram, 500 followers over there on Twitch, and of course I'm going to release a final channel once all three of those are done, which is going to be more of like a lifestyle kind of channel, and that channel needs to get to 1,000 subscribers, and then I'll be giving away all of this stuff to you guys. So go smash it. All the links are down below. All the links to the sponsors are down below as well. Of course, support them because it does really support the channel. But without further ado, guys, let's get into it. And of course, you know there's going to be a Discord space in this video to be given away, so go find that hidden card. But let's get into it. So guys, first of all, for this video, we're going to structure it a little bit differently. I'm going to have 3 different price ranges here. They're going to be on screen in the top right corner what the price range is, and we're going to go for 3 different methods. Now, the first one, we're going to be going for a method under 1k, and we're going to be looking at CM to CDM cards. So we're going to look at position modifiers here. So this is a price range of around just under 1k basically. So it means if you've got just under a k and you need to be making some coins, this is the one for you. So we're just going to check how much these cards are going for right now. So you can see they are still quite under 1k, which is good for us. Now, guys, don't worry if you're looking at this thinking, oh, well, I've actually got way more coins than that. I need to be picking up more coins. Don't worry, guys, I've got methods for you guys as well. We're just going through 3 different price ranges. Now, you can see these are going to easily sell on for about 850 coins. Now, if you work out based on EA tax, you're realistically going to be picking them up at around 700. Now, there's quite a few here at 700. We're going to take the 600 as well. But I'm actually going to pick up every single one of these because you can see that at 850, they've got 16 minutes left. So actually, all of these are profit. So, guys, today we are looking at an app here and it's called Footstock. We're going to have it on screen, and actually they are the sponsor of today's video, and they are one of the best sponsors we have because it's a betting app that basically brings FIFA Ultimate Team to betting. Now, you have to be over the age of 18, so if you're not over the age of 18, you won't be able to participate in this, but if you are, it's a really fun betting app. Basically, you buy players and you buy packs to get players. It's exactly like Ultimate Team, but rather than playing games, you enter contests, and then they have obviously their value. So you've got Kevin De Bruyne here, who I packed. We're just going to open this one here. We've got the biggest pack. It's £99. We've got Aaron Ramsdale. I believe it's Aaron Ramsdale. We've got, who else have we got loading? We got De Bruyne. We got De Bruyne. And we got the other players, like I bought Rashford, I bought Aubameyang, I've got players like Kyle Walker, João Moutinho, Mahrez. I've got a ton of different players, and you enter them into contests, and if you win the contest, you win up from £100 all the way to £10,000. Obviously, they're credits on the app there, and then that is real money. So of course, you can win an absolute ton on there. Some of them cost money to enter, some of them are free. I've entered in all of the free ones, of course, and we've entered in some of the £20, the £1 and the £2 contests. So hopefully we win. Of course, if any of you guys do download the app and put any credits on, please let me know, because we're going to make a group chat of everyone just to see how we're all doing and see if we can help each other pick the right players, see who's cheap, see who's good value, see who's been going up. Because of course, when you get Kevin De Bruyne, I got him, he was about £50. Of course, Man City didn't play too well, they decreased in value. I got Kyle Walker, who was £1, he went down by 10p, but then I got Rashford, who's went up a little bit because they won the game. So of course, it is back to back. Players do change, they can go up, they can go down. It's your job to build the best squad to win the competitions. It's exactly like Ultimate Team, but it's a betting app. It's a really good sponsor. Go check it out and use Pro Recoil, of course, and you can see what that gets you there. Massive appreciation to them. They are supporting the channel, so go check them out, and let's carry on with the video. Now, for this method as well, what we do want to go through, as you can see, they are actually going off the market there. What we do want to go through as well for this method, guys, is a little bit of mass bidding, so I'll show you that as well. Now, we're just going to pop these guys up quickly. Okay, so all of these for 850, you're going to make basically 100 coins a card, apart from the one we picked up at 600 there, which will be a little more. I don't know why I'm messing up the list in here so much. So 850 for that one, and we're going to do that for all of these. Now, of course, we are putting a few cards on the market. It's not going to devalue the cards at all, but it may mean that sometimes we might need to list a couple of these up once or twice. But rest assured, guys, they will sell on, and you can see very clearly that there isn't any below 16 minutes at 850, which means they they are selling on as soon as they hit around that mark, which is perfect for us. We know they're all going to sell on. So we're going to list all these up. We're going to have a little bit of a go at mass bidding, and then we're going to move on to the next filter. The reason I'm structuring the videos like this, guys, is because I do want to make the quality content a lot better for you. I also want to make sure that I'm getting videos out every day. I've written down about 50 filters, so we do have a ton of videos ready, and I'm off work for a few days, and I'm just going to get prepared to make a ton of videos for you. I'm going to have little sort of 6-7 minute videos out as well for you guys, so there will be extra content on top of the regular content, and I'm just going to try and push the channel as much as I can while I'm off, so we can get ahead, so when I do go back to work, we're still way ahead of schedule. Now, we're just popping these out as well, so we've got them done. So bear in mind that was like first search, we found a pretty good little stash there. Now we're just going to have a look at 650. There's nothing. We've got some here at 700. Now we don't want to pick up too many at 700, as we're just going to end up with a ton at 700. So it looks like these guys are selling on. So let's have a look if we can do 650. Now, of course, compare price no longer works, as you can see on position modifiers, because they sorted out, obviously I'm sure some of you guys are aware, there was glitches with, I believe, stadiums, chants, things like that, the vocals that will come in behind when you scored, and you couldn't compare price on them, and they've changed it over, and now you cannot compare price on these. So unfortunately, we can't do compare price on these type of filters. Now, the only reason we're not picking up more at 700 is because we picked up an absolute ton at that price. We're just going to see if we can get one at below 650, see if there's anything coming up, and then we're going to move on to the next filter of the video, if it actually lets us. Let's have a look. Is it going to nice us? Maybe. Right, we're going to call it a day for this filter, and we're just going to move on to the next one. We're going to be looking at a pretty basic one here. We are looking at gold rare, we're looking at centre back, and then we are looking at Bayern Munich. So we're going to pop over to Bayern, see how much these are going for. So the first filter there was just under 1k. So now we're going to be looking at a filter here that is just over 1k. I believe these guys are going for around 1. I was under the impression they were going for around 1.9, but it does look like these guys have skyrocketed a little bit over the last few days. When I last checked, these were a lot cheaper, but it's always positive when that happens, because that means there's much more room for profit there. So we're looking at around, is it 2.3 for a sell on here? Okay, 44 minutes there at 2.3. That's amazing. So 2.2 would probably be an easy sell on as well. You've got that one there with 5 hours left. If you pick up at 2.1, selling at 2.3, EA tax on that, 10%, 230. Half that is 115 coins. So if you pick up at 2.3, EA tax would take you down 115. So you'd only be making 85. We don't want that. So you need to pick up at 2k, and you'll be making 185 per card. Now you've got to bear in mind, guys, I am actually sniping at 2 p.m. So it's kind of lunchtime-ish around the UK. So there's not going to be many cards coming up. Now the reason I'm doing this is because we're trying to get a few days ahead. Now that might mean that you don't get a ton of cards coming up because of the time I'm doing it. That is my own fault, but it's also because I'm trying to get prepared for you guys a few days in advance. Now once I've got a few videos prepared, I won't need to as much be sniping at this time. I can kind of prepare videos at the right times for you guys, but at the minute it is unfortunately going to have to be an odd time for the preparation. So we may only get 1 or 2 cards, but even if we get 1 card, it's very clear that the method works, because it's an awful time to be sniping, which is why we managed to pick up all those CM to CDMs so easily without any hassle at all there. So we're just going to see if we can get 1 or 2 of each card for the rest of the video, purely on the basis that I don't think we've got much of a chance of getting too many because of the activity on the market not being too heavy around this time. Obviously, the best times for sniping, I do get asked this a little bit by you guys, it's always going to be 6 to 9. 6 to 9 would be the best times. Just past 10 is also not too bad, which is why a lot of my videos get uploaded between around 8 to 10 o'clock, because it's kind of a good time for you guys to pop on and get the snipes in. Now it does look like we're not really getting too much chance at getting a Boateng. We are going to see if we can get one more. Of course, it's not just Boateng who can appear in this filter. You've got Boateng, you've got Hernandez, you've got Sule, but of course you're mostly going to get Boateng because he is the cheapest one, but they are all pretty well priced at the moment, so it is still a good chance of you making some good profit whoever you get. Now unfortunately, none of these have came up, so we are going to be going on to some mass bidding. Now I did say I was going to mass bid on the first filter, so we're not going to forget about that, which I clearly did, otherwise we would not have got to this point here. So we're going to just pop on, and we're just going to put the max price here as about 450, 500 is probably fair because they're going for a reasonable price. So we're just going to pop on here. We're going to pop on a few of these, just whack on some bids and just see how much we can get. Of course, even if we only get 5 of these, we're going to be making a decent profit. Now, what you want to do, especially at the times I'm sniping right now, I think this is a perfect time to be mass bidding, so we can definitely pick up a few of these. Now, obviously, if we do get a fair few, I'll show you guys in the next video. I'm not too much of a mass bidder, so we might be doing this a little bit in not the most sort of efficient way. And if any of you guys have any tips for mass bidding, I'm always here to hear it. Sniping, I do think I'm pretty good at that, but mass bidding, I'm always here to hear you guys tips on that. And we are going to go back to the buying filter and just do a little bit of mass bidding on there, see if we can bid on anything around 1.8 or below, because I think that's probably a good point for it. Now let's have a look. Gold rare, we'll go max price for 1.5, just to get us a guaranteed profit no matter who we pick up. So Alaba, I mean, we're not really going to get an Alaba, but it's worth probably doing. We'll bid on a few of these. Now all of these obviously have around 700 coins. They do have a lot of time remaining, so we're just going to knock this up a little bit more, see if we can see what the 1.7 area is saying. Let's have a look around here. You've got a lot of Boatengs at 6 hours. You've got a few there. We're going to knock up just some bids on here. It's always worth doing some, I mean, a Hernandez isn't bad for 1.7. It's always worth just doing a little bit of bidding there. Now what we're going to do for the next filter, we're actually going to be looking at a little bit of a pricier one. Now we did have this in a recent video, but I took it down because there were some issues with it. So what we're looking at is for the final one. This one is just over 5k. I believe we're looking at the 5.5 to 10k range for this filter. And we're just going to check how much these are going for at the minute. It may be slightly lower. It doesn't look like it is. Let's have a look. Is it around the 7k mark? Let's have a look. Okay, so we're looking around 6k probably for these cards. So we're going to pop this on at around 6.5. Okay, so 6.5, there's one there. What are we looking at? 6.7. 6.7, there's one there. So I'm going to take a bet and hope that actually we're going to make coinage on the 6.7 there. Now let's just have a look at what these guys are actually going for, because if we work out EA tax, if they're going for around 6.8, are there any Semedos at 6? There's no Semedos at 6.8. Let's have a look for specifically, if we just go Wolves. No, not West Ham, Wolves. So there is one at 6.6 which has just been listed, but how much does Semedo specifically go for himself? 7k. So there you go. So that's a 7k. We got him for what, 6 point? I'll have a look in a minute, but I'm pretty sure we made a decent profit on that one. We'll have a look when we pick up the next card. But you can see Semedo is a little bit more higher priced than the other cards in this filter. So you've got 6.8 for Cancelo there. So what you want to do for Cancelo, I'd say it's an easy sell on at 6.9. We're going to work out the EA tax as if it was 7k. So we'll knock it down by 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 for good luck. We'll pick him up at 6. Actually, am I being stupid? 6.5. I think at 7.9. 300 would take us to 6.8. No, I am being stupid. 6.5 is profit, so that's fine. So we'll knock him up to 6.9 there. And then our Semedo, we got him at 6.5. Him selling on for 7k, that is a decent profit as well. So we're going to whack that one up for 7. So that's quite a nice profit off of those two. We're going to go for one more. We'll knock it back on 6.5. Let's see who we got. We got Semedo at 6.5 with a shadow on. There you go. And it was an easy snipe. Obviously, this filter is a little bit more, I'd say, affluent. Is that the word for it? Basically, this filter's got a little more cars coming up, which is obviously ideal there. So happy with that completely. Now, what we're going to do is just pop this through, see if we can get one more, maybe one more card there in the video, or do we try, do you know what? Let's go back onto the Bundesliga filter. Let's see if the Bundesliga is feeling a little bit more forgiving right now. Now, we're not going to do a mass bid on those cards because a lot of the time with higher price cards, it's a little bit more difficult. I'm not too keen on it. I know there's probably some scenarios where you might have seen some YouTubers get some phenomenal snipes on some bids, but I definitely, personally, have never got like a really big snipe on a bid there. So, unfortunately, I've not been lucky enough to get any of those. Now, this Boateng's just been listed at 2.2 at 1 hour. Now, can we get a little bit of compare price going on this guy and see if we can get anything? You've got to bear in mind, we've gone and came back. There's still nothing at 2.2. There's nothing at 2.1. There's nothing at 2k. It is just the fact that the market is a little bit dry at this time of the day, which is not... Oh. I mean... We're getting some listings. We're gonna stick with it for about 30 seconds more. We're gonna see what we can get out of here, but I do think we may be getting a little bit finessed by our wonderful Boateng filter here, unfortunately. Let's have a look. It doesn't look like he is the one for us, but we're going to call it a day there, guys. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.